Welcome back, coders, to an extra special video here featuring the Switch version of NBA 2K18. We're going to be taking a look at the online features and how that all runs. I had a special request from a viewer who wanted to know how filled is the online mode and how many people are in just my courts, right? And wanted to see how easy it was to get a match going, all that stuff. So I wanted to showcase this. As you can see, there's not exactly like a ridiculous amount of people, but from what I've been able to see in videos in comparisons, it seems fairly comparable, maybe a little bit lower. You got to remember, it's been a long time since an NBA game has been on the Nintendo Switch, so it's perfectly normal to be able to see or to expect that there will be less people online. However, you can see they're active. There's people that are playing all the time. There's high-level players, there's low-level players, and you can see that the base is expanding. One other thing to keep in mind is I don't believe the physical version is out yet. So this is all digital owners, and the reason why that's significant is basically because if we were not to see like if we had those physical owners out there, there'd be more people to play with. Here where I'm going is kind of just a quick snapshot of one of the multiplayer modes you can play inside the area right here. You can play one-on-one, king of the court. You'll see I'm not very good at this, but it gives you a little taste of what it's like. It's pretty funny there that we got a Dylan. It was not Dylan. He does not have a Switch yet, but hopefully one day the channel will be able to get him one, especially for him. But you can see that he steals it right off the bat and takes it from me and just lays it right up, which is kind of obnoxious. I even fouled him, so he got the ball back. But king of the court, meaning it's a ball up at the top. If once you score, you get it back. Even got the rebound there. See, I was a little out of sorts. One thing to note is that with online, there's a little extra layer of lag that's added to the game. With 30 frames per second, it does become a little noticeable. I would bet that it's not quite as noticeable or as obnoxious on PS4 or Xbox One versions, but that is one of the sacrifices you're going to have to make with the Switch version is the 30 frames per second frame rate. As you can see, I got a little rebound there, doing a little shake and bake move. Oop. Crossed him up, took the shot, missed it, bricked it. But I'm going to get my own rebound, get it back, see if I can cross him up again, go to the rim, and slam dunk. That's right, bring a little bit of fire back to the game. I'm going to get it back. Hopefully I can score on this last possession, but it doesn't look good, even though that was a very clean shot, and I probably should have made it. Kind of garbage. There's a lot of things in this game that I will say I'm not 100% sold on. I think, though, it is probably the best version of NBA 2K18 or 2K to come out since, honestly, maybe like 2K12, which is one of my favorites. So it's not quite that good, but it definitely has some supreme polish in certain areas. Story mode's worse. Well, I mean, the story mode is a story mode, which is kind of 2K12 didn't even have that. But you can see that we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut over to another part of the of this area, and we're going to go over to the My Park area. So as we make our way over here, you'll see that it's kind of a little stuttery. That's just us loading up the other players, and that's just to kind of make sure that there's no lag or anything like that while you're actually playing the game. I did notice that in these games they were a little less laggy, a little bit more responsive, and I didn't feel like I was doing things that I didn't want it to do. Sometimes on a 3 I felt like the shot stick wasn't quite as responsive as I wanted, but that's about it. But you can see right there we had 3 matches, full court 3-on-3 matches going. So there's quite a lot of people on the Nintendo Switch version. I have never run into a position where I wasn't able to get a game that I wanted to. So one thing I will say, though, is kind of a big slight. It's a little difficult to play with friends. You can squad up with people who are inside your lobby, but there's not really a way to invite people or anything like that. Nintendo Switch is still trying to figure it all out. So right here I'm going to try to convince other people to get another full court game going instead of waiting. So right now we got 4 people. Let's see if we can jump on in. So here we go. We're starting up the match, and in this match I'm going to play a little 3-on-3 and just kind of showcase the online multiplayer. What I'm going to do here is let you see how it plays, let you see how easy it is to get to matches for the next 20 minutes or so. I got a pretty good amount of footage. We'll probably cut between just to kind of speed things up. It does take a little while for like everything to load up and realize that you're switching to a new game, but for the most part it's a lot of fun. I have been having a great time with NBA 2K18, and I really think the online is pretty full featured, minus some issues with friends online. But with the Nintendo Switch, the one advantage you do have is that you can play 2-player with 1 Joy-Con each, and that's a huge advantage. I get my butt kicked on defense pretty bad in these first 2 games, but like I said, I'll commentate just the beginning of this first match, and then we'll go to the video and let everybody watch that as well. Got a nice pass, see if he's going to give it back. Nope, he's going to take a bad layup, and luckily we have Blue down there, gets a nice putback, and we're in the game. He's celebrating over there. I don't know who I was pointing to. Quiz getting past me. TJ getting to the rim, and I keep jumping at everything, so TJ scores a lot on me in this first match, and honestly in a couple of these matches. I played quite a few. I really enjoyed playing this. Last night I kind of got more into the mode than normal. Ooh, nice slam there from Charles. Blue Shirt's pretty good in this game. He is a little selfish though, and there's a point when people just decide not to pass, and that's really frustrating. And there's no real way to yell at people or like stop them from doing that. Sometimes you just get in a selfish match, and that's not very fun. Let's see if we can get a pass. Or no, it's not a pass. I'm sorry. Let's see if we can play some defense here. TJ's wide open under the rim, but they don't pass it to him. Thank goodness for Charles. He gets the ball. He's just going to dunk it. I'm always running out for the 3-point line because honestly, in my park mode, I've just noticed that most people aren't guarding there. So it seems like easy buckets I can get. So I'm always going for those easy buckets. Let's see if we can get a block. Looks like I got a nice little block there. Not sure if it was me or them, but whatever, I'll take it. Little crossover pass. I will say I had some nice dimes in one of the later matches, so you want to look out for that. Ooh, Charles couldn't finish that, but not a bad shot. TJ's making his way down. Don't jump. Yeah, nice job. Get a little stop there. I need to box out. Ooh. And we got a rebound. Allen 48 there. Charles dunking on him, smashing on him. There we go. Okay. I want to see if we can get to my first score. I definitely did score in this game. I just don't remember when it was. Again, I didn't touch the ball much. Mostly Charles and Allen were hogging that. So passes it over to B-Chap. B-Chap is making his way along the left baseline, going to the rim, double pump fake over to TJ. TJ backing up. TJ going to the rim on the left hand. Does not make it. I do foul him. Not too bad. TJ's going to take it out of bounds. Passes it to K-Wiz. TJ tries to cut up middle. I stop him there. K-Wiz is backing him down, taking a pump fake, and gets an easy layup. I will say layups are kind of tricky to get the handle on, but once you do, the game's pretty fair there. Oh, got a wide open shot. Might as well take it. And there's my first bucket. Well, cool. I just wanted to make sure I got to commentate my first bucket in the game. I'll go ahead and leave you guys here. Just go ahead and enjoy the rest of the footage, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think the online is up to snuff? Do you feel like this is enough players active? And what other kind of content do you want to see from NBA 2K18? Because I love this game. I put in 50 hours, and I can't wait to play more. If you want to see some of the other modes, I haven't delved into too much other than my career. Oh, I got burned again there. Oof, that was rough. Yeah, as always, like the video, comments, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to stay classy, coders.
Shoot! Ball up! Hey, put it back in! Come on, man!
House in the house. Take them. Take them.
Don't forget the clock. Clock. Oh, foul!
Push! Do that to him!
Good boy, good boy!
All the way, man! All the way!
I got it, mine. Hey, come on, y'all, box out!
Take it!
Shoot!
Take it! Wing! There you go. Oh.
Hey!
Oh, right here.
What you doing, man?
What's on you?
Hey, swing it!
Hey, you got him.
What you doing, man? Get there, get there! Come get it, come get it! Hit it! Oh, foul, foul!
Oh, no help, no help, no help.
Come get it, come get it!
Weak side.
Good boy, good boy! Get there, get it, come get it! Hey, who got ball? Who got ball? Hey, heads up! Hey, don't let him shoot that! Oh, hit down!
I got it. Right there, boom. Oh, no help, no help, no help. Back out, back out. Weak side.
Good smash, baby! Get there, get there!
Hey, now look, let's go!
Ball! Foul!
Hey, send me
Come
one.
get it, come get it!
Corner. What?
He was mad!
There you go.
Let him grab it!
Get back, get back, get back.